told me that they would control the slides, but now I've taken control. So before I start, my name is Tim Young. I'm from UC Irvine. I work with the Connected Learning Research Network there, and today I'm going to talk more about video games. All right, so say you wanted to get better at a particular video game. Where would you go? Perhaps get a strategy guide, perhaps look up some forums, perhaps watch some YouTube videos. But consider this one alternative. Would you consider ever getting a mentor or a coach to help you get better at video games? Well, you're gonna have to if you want to play the game of StarCraft. So this game of StarCraft, it's an online multiplayer strategy game on PC where players have to manage an economy, raise up an army, and expand and control resource nodes all around the map. Many compare this game to kind of being like the modern day high-speed chess online, except in space. But the game has a very competitive ranking system. People take it very seriously. There are clear boundaries between novices and experts. And while the top players can get so good that they can play professionally, the game's really good at matching you with similarly skilled players that you compete with online. But what's cool about this is the community loves to theorize and experiment with different strategies that you can bring into multiplayer. There are pages and pages of guides and hours of videos that are being produced daily that are just focused on improving and getting better at the game. But one of the most interesting things about StarCraft is the fact that there is a role of a coach, that there are coaches in the game that reach out to you to help you get better. These coaches who are passionate about the game and they wish to share their joy of improving, learning, and competing online. So we wanted to figure out exactly what motivates these coaches in this gaming community of StarCraft and see what we can learn from this community that has support in coaching in almost a purely online space. What is it about the StarCraft community that makes coaches want to reach out to others and teach them what they know? So we're already looking at very similar questions with our own experimental coaching platform, TeachMeStuff.net, helped set up with collaborators Tara Brown, Nimi Ito, Youngmin Kao, so we can explore how we can support mentorship and coaching online. And StarCraft was kind of like the most ideal ecosystem that we want to reflect. So in the StarCraft community, it was kind of odd because we had coaches and students who were eager to connect with one another, but for some reason they weren't finding one another for whatever reason. So what we did is we just recruited coaches and students and matched them on our own. On the first trial, we did something that was very standard. We took the most master's levels players and matched them with novice level players and just kind of facilitated the schedule and helped them out and checked up from them from time to time. This led into a second trial where we looked at students who really flourished under the previous mentorship of their previous coach who wanted to step up to the plate and be coaches themselves, so we introduced them into the coaching pool and matched them with their own individual students. And what we're currently looking at right now is this idea of group coaching, hosting hangout and workshop sessions online with a mix of experts and novices in a single session. This gives a really cool experimental space for novices to kind of see if they're capable of coaching or like give their own information or teach others in their own way before being a more formal coach. So what we've seen really quickly is development of our own niche and our own micro community within the StarCraft world. More players are interested in stepping up to be a more of a coaching role or more of a teaching role within the community. More players are interested in learning to become a coach, and our players are quickly expanding their own interests as well. So the online learning environment today is very similar to the StarCraft community. Lots of amazing written and video resources that you can tap, but where do you go if you need someone to show you what to do, or we need someone to just guide you in expanding your interests? Referring back to connected learning model of interest-driven learning, the presence of a coach or a mentor can do wonders in exposing an individual to adjacent interests. We found how these roles of mentorship and coaching are not reflected in this way in many of the online resources of today. So mentoring and coaching are critical in assisting learners not only achieve their potential, but most importantly, expand and broaden their interests with guidance from an expert. With our StarCraft players, we can already see their interests expanding from just playing the game to writing guides online and learning how to live stream from home. And a key part of this is to connect learners with mentors who share interests. We've seen time and again in gaming and in StarCraft, the love of the game, the love of the community, the love for competition is what makes this a natural breeding ground for more coaches and mentors. And that's why there needs to be a mechanism for converting these learners to teachers and leaders, to draw from a pool of enthusiastic and passionate learners, like we saw in our second trial, who want to take the next step and share what they know with their peers. So we're constantly running into individuals who are eager to share and teach others what they know about the game and are waiting to be connected with others. The question we're tackling is how to best connect untapped mentors to compatible learners online and support their interactions not only online but also offline as well. So StarCraft was a very interesting case for us because this is a game where you can only improve, you can only get better, and you can only own noobs online by just broadening what you know and expanding your knowledge. Coaches and mentors play a critical role in this, but curating all that information by curating all the information online. So we found that the urge to teach, to share knowledge, and to mentor others is something that can occur very naturally within an interest-driven group. And we're working to better connect those who are passionate about sharing what they know to those who eagerly seek to know more. Thank you.